Welcome back. If you're watching this video, it means that you've arrived at a decision as to your initial direction as you join the ASEA business community. As I stated earlier, there is no wrong choice here. And no matter what you choose at the beginning, your results will be determined by what you decide to do from here on in. What we aim to do is to line you up for the easiest path to the success level that you already know you want to reach. We know that path because we've been doing this for some time. With that in mind, let's go to the next step. I want to give you some more distinctions. After watching the previous video, you've decided that you want to start part-time with ASEA, initially aiming for an income of $500 to $3,000 per month. Get your products for free and have some extra left over to stay ahead of the financial curve. Bravo! By doing this, you'll be empowering yourself to move away from the standard work-life model that most people follow, and you're upsetting the apple cart of predictability. You've chosen to create a whole new income stream for you and your family. And you know what? As a result, your lives may never be the same. Working the ASEA business model, your family will be healthier, definitely, and you'll create new possibilities of health, wealth, and freedom into the future. So what's next? Now that you're ready to register as an ASEA associate with your introducer, it is time to choose and purchase an enrollment pack. This is an initial product order that you place with ASEA to get your business started and off the ground. ASEA has 3 levels of enrollment packs, which align with the 3 different directions which we discussed in the previous video. There is the personal pack, the business pack, and the entrepreneur pack. As you have chosen to earn a part-time income as your initial goal, the somewhat logical choice for you is to start off in ASEA with the personal pack. The total outlay for this choice is around 400 Australian dollars. As you make this decision, there is an important principle that I want to make clear for you. In ASEA, we are not salespeople. What we do is share powerful ideas. In our case, a cutting-edge health technology and a business model that we like and use ourselves. And our power to influence others comes not from learning some slick sales technique, but rather by the power of our authentic example. We let our example speak so loudly and clearly that it is super easy for the next person to follow us. So you could say that this is essentially a monkey see, monkey do business. Whatever you do in the business becomes an example, a template in a way for those that come after you. And they will often look to you as an example as to a lead to what they should do. So in a nutshell, the principle is this. While we can't say what percentage of people will do what you do, your posture or your ability to influence will definitely be capped at the level of your initial financial commitment. So while choosing the personal pack is totally logical for you, given your stated goals, we want you to know that if you stretch yourself to get the business pack at around 900 Australian dollars, the likelihood is that others will follow your example, and the authentic personal power you will have to recommend the business pack means that your business gets a whole lot more profitable when those that come after you follow what you do. And I promise you, folks, this does happen more often than you might think. And you know what? When your growing team is joined by even a small number of new associates purchasing the business pack or the entrepreneur pack, the result is that everybody gets paid more for the same amount of work. In short, that's better leverage, which equates to it being easier to generate income, whatever your goal is. I want to be really transparent with you and say that in the early days of ASEA, we were confused. Obviously, there's more leverage with the larger enrollment pack, if only because it's the only time that ASEA products are effectively greatly discounted. This discount actually shows up as extra sample tubes of Renew 28, loyalty reward points that can be redeemed for product, and in the case of the Entrepreneur Pack, free associate registration. So we couldn't understand why 90% of new enrollees were just buying the personal pack. And then it dawned on us. They didn't have a compelling reason to do anything else. And without that reason, the logical conclusion would be to join for the least outlay possible. And hey, I get that. I hope that what I'm doing here is showing you the reasoning behind getting one of the larger enrollment packs and why doing so will multiply the results of every little bit of effort that you put into your new ASEA enterprise. Here's what I do. I strongly encourage every new person who joins ASEA with the goal of building the business to buy at least a business pack. And if they can do it, an entrepreneur pack. Not because it's better for me, though the Fast Start bonuses paid to the sponsor on an enrollment pack are quite substantial, but because it's way more profitable for them, the person getting started, and for everybody in their team enrolling after them. So we've talked about the principles. Let's look at the actual numbers. We're going to look at a number of different aspects of business activity as you get started and the bonuses involved of your first 14 weeks in ASEA. In this example, we're assuming that each new enrollee is buying only a personal pack and going on an auto ship of one case of ASEA supplement per month. To keep things a bit simpler, I haven't included the auto ship order volume, though this would increase the bonuses in the plan as well. And of course, this is a model for projection only. Life never works out as neat as this, but this illustration will show you the effects of multiplication, which is one of the main factors giving us leverage in the ASEA business model. And the different colors used will allow us to distinguish how each cycle of new enrollments into your business generates bonuses. We're going to look at this progression in 2-week cycles. This is because each person enrolling 2 people in the first 2 weeks is the basic building block of the business and allows the new associate to achieve their very first and significant milestone, the director bonus. We're then looking at each person enrolling 2 associates each month for the next 3 months. So as you can see in this diagram, the first 2 weeks in the business sees you introducing your first 2 associates. This gains you $50 as a director bonus and $60 Fast Start bonus on those 2 people buying a personal pack also, just as you did, resulting in a total commission for you of $110 for that period. In weeks 3 and 4, your first 2 associates in turn enroll their first 2 associates. During those 2 weeks, you will not receive a Fast Start bonus, but you will receive team commissions totaling $45. In weeks 5 and 6, you will again receive the Fast Start bonuses from the sales volume from 2 new personally enrolled associates, and you will receive team commissions for the sales volume of 2 generations of associates, your personals and theirs. Your total commissions now jump to $150 for this period. In weeks 7 and 8, we can see the numbers again increasing. During this time, there is you and your 6 team members all going to work, talking to people, and the sales volume is starting to grow significantly, reaching $1,800 during this 2-week period. Again, your income is coming from team commissions alone during this period, as you did not recruit anyone during that time. Again, the pattern of growth continues with even higher team commissions coming from the combined work of 16 associates, giving you a total of $360. Week 11 and 12 see you enrolling your 5th and 6th associates with personal packs. The $60 Fast Start bonus is now dwarfed by your team commissions, which for the fortnight come to $750 and a total commission of $810. And at the end of our first 14 weeks, we see the end result of consistent effort along with a very clear strategy of duplication. That is, you earn a total of $3,155 with your team members coming along in similar fashion behind you, with each person doing basically the same thing, enrolling 6 people over a 12-week period and assisting their team members to do the same. Here we see the reason that people get so excited by the maths of network marketing. Again, I want to stress that we well know that life is nowhere as neat as this. Not everyone will enroll exactly 6 people in 12 weeks. But you know what? Some people will do much more. Now, as we said at the beginning of this video, you're watching this because you've chosen as your initial direction to go part-time in ASEA, which roughly correlates to the purchase of a personal pack. As an exercise in imagination and perhaps also to inspire you, I want to show you the numbers for the other enrollment packs, that is the business packs and the entrepreneur packs. Keep in mind that the only thing that changes between these examples is, in this instance, you're going to recommend, even to the part-timers that join with you, one of the other 2 packs. Everything else, especially the number of personally sponsored per month per person, remains exactly the same. Just to recap, here are the totals for your volume and total income after 14 weeks if you and everyone else that joins purchases the personal pack. In this second illustration, the only difference is that everybody buys a business pack. Not surprisingly, your income for the same amount of work increases by about 2.5 times. And when your business strategy is based on the entrepreneur pack, your leverage is extraordinary, with a total income 7 times that achievable when the model is based on the personal pack. What's exciting is that this is not some weird theory that I dreamed up yesterday. We actually have several precedents for this, the one closest to me being that of Mr. Leland Duck. Leland is a Texan who lives just outside of Dallas. He has a ranch and also he's worked in business in the field of medical equipment. A few years ago, Leland was struck down by a mystery illness that left him almost paralyzed when he woke up one morning. And I won't go into a lot of detail about his story. Let's just say that with the introduction of ASEA into his lifestyle, he had major significant improvements. You can actually see Leland's story as part of the Redox Breakthrough video that was created recently by ASEA Corporate. What's more relevant to this story is that Leland realized very quickly that this was a health technology that could assist millions of people. And so he decided to start an ASEA enterprise. And what's really relevant is that Leland already understood the principle of leverage. And because of that, he basically set a standard for his business, which was that anyone that was going to join in his team would need to purchase at least 8 cases of ASEA. That volume would be somewhere in the middle between a business pack and an entrepreneur pack. And as you can probably imagine, Leland combined this strategy with consistent, diligent effort, often sharing the message of ASEA many times every day. But with a combination of vision, a good work ethic, and his 8-pack strategy, Leland won big time. He reached the rank of diamond and an annual multiple 6-figure income in 14 weeks, one of the fastest ever done in ASEA. This was a simple yet very powerful strategy. Here's a short clip of Leland talking about starting your ASEA business with a larger pack.
Good morning, this is Leland Duck. I'm Triple Diamond Executive with ASEA. Just wanted to talk to you this morning a little teaching about enrolling people in your business at a higher level. You can grow a much faster business like I have. I think a lot of times people are afraid to ask for the bigger level, and I don't want you to be afraid to ask for it, because when you ask for it with confidence, you're really setting those people up for success. For example, if you put them on and they get their own account and they come on at the entrepreneur level, when you do that, there's multiple benefits that you do not get at the smaller packets. I think the number one advantage for coming in at that level, especially if you've come in at that level, is to say, this is what I did, because most people will ask you, what did you do? And you're going to tell them, I either came in at this level or I came in at the top. If you come in at the top, I found that a lot of times people will follow you as the leader and do what you do. If you come in at the bottom and you wish that you hadn't come in at the bottom, that you wish you had come in at a bigger package, once you got on the product and saw how great it was, you missed out on that one-time chance to discount your product. The only time they discount you is when you enroll. If the company says 15% of the people see results in a week, half of the people in the first month, but 90% in 90 days. So if we know that's the numbers, we want to encourage our people to make a commitment for 90 days because 90% success rate. So you want to encourage them to buy 90 days worth of product so they can save money than buying it each month and paying more in the long run. So that's what I've done. It works well. Sometimes people are afraid to ask for the big order. I've talked to people at some of the meetings I do, and one of the associates will say, well, I think they're going to come in at the low package, but they wanted to talk to you. I'll sit down with them and show them all of these benefits. And a lot of times they'll say, well, then that's what I want to do. If they don't understand the benefits, there's no reason for them to come in at a higher package. So I want each of you as associates to really understand what these entrepreneur packages are. If not the entrepreneur pack, the business pack. That's half of the level of the entrepreneur pack. So this is a great package. And if you're not doing that, you might want to try. You know, signing one person up at the top level like that is like signing 10 people up at the lower level. It's a lot less work. You grow your business quicker and you set them up for success. So don't be embarrassed to ask for that big order. Be confident about your products and what they're going to do for them, and that you really want them to understand this is the best package if they can afford it. If they can't, then say, well, why don't we try the business pack that's half of that amount? A lot of times they'll come in at that level. But I always start high and go down low. But the key is to get them on the product, let them have a product experience like I did. I see it every week. Once they have a product experience, they want to get it on the product. So just encourage them to maybe save more money up front, be a good leader to them. And I think that you will like it a lot better. You'll see a better response, but they see that you're confident too in what this product can do for them. So thank you for allowing me to share this with you tonight. I want you to encourage practicing that every day from this point on. I think you'll grow your business quicker and your people will see that you're trying to set them up for success. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
So we want that sort of leverage for our team. And along with excellent tools, a curriculum of training second to none, we want you to have the chance to have that same level of financial breakthrough that Leland and many others in ASEA have already achieved. Just before we wrap up here, I want to restate this principle for you very clearly. I believe that as a generalized principle, the bigger the enrollment pack that you buy when you start, the more likely you are to succeed, and for your ASEA business to achieve maximum profitability. Here are the reasons. 1, whatever pack you buy becomes your personal template to be duplicated by your team members joining after you. This is definitely not a hard and fast rule, but at the very least, I can say with certainty that your ability to recommend the enrollment packs as a non-salesperson will be capped at whatever pack you start with. 2, the more you invest into your business when you start, the more likely you are to stick around long enough to see success. We often say that one of the best things about network marketing is that it is so inexpensive to get started, but this is also its Achilles heel. We all have to overcome the emotional roller coaster that is part of the journey. And if a couple of $100 is the level of your commitment, the pain of growth can make giving up and throwing away that money seem like a mighty fine idea. So having some skin in the game, or sometimes we describe it as hurt money, increases your stickability so that you have time to succeed. 3, you will need some stock, some for your own use and the use of your family, and some to provide to your new enrollees that are within driving distance so that they can start on the product immediately, not wait for 3 to 5 days for their first shipment to arrive. When it does arrive, they can replace the case that they borrowed from you, and thus lag time is reduced throughout your business and the business cycle is sped up for everyone. You know, in my time with ASEA, I have never had a single associate say to me, oh my goodness, I regret buying so much product. But I've often heard the lament, if only I realized the advantages of getting a business pack or an entrepreneur pack, I would have gotten that for sure. That is the spirit in which we wanted to make and share this video with you so that you have all the information when you make your decision, and also you can avoid any regret. Remember, the whole point in doing business with this model is that we are looking to achieve leverage, something completely unavailable to most people on a wage. The definition of leverage is doing more with less. And in our ASEA business, we do that through multiplication of our efforts, not addition. The enrollment pack issue is the perfect illustration of this principle. When everyone buys a bigger pack, it's the same amount of work for much more profitable result for everyone. With that, I will sign off so that you can get on with registering and getting started on your ASEA business journey. Please remember that we, your support team, are here to help you all along the way. You are getting into business for yourself, not by yourself. And we really want you to understand that as you get started. We will be looking forward to your call. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I personally look forward to chatting with you very soon. Bye for now.